your landlord files a case in municipal court for eviction, the court's gonna send out via mail and hand delivery a complaint, and that's gonna have a bunch of really important court information on it. It's gonna summarize what your landlord is alleging with respect to the eviction, and the complaint is also gonna give you all your court information, the date of the hearing, the courtroom, the location, the time. So it's really important that you hang on to that piece of paper so you know what your next steps are. As soon as you get that court paperwork, you're gonna wanna start preparing for your court case. It's gonna look a little bit different depending on what your landlord is saying, but if your landlord is alleging that you haven't been paying your rent, for example, you're gonna wanna get your rent receipts together, Cash App payments, any other proof of payment, showing the court that you have in fact been paying your rent. If your landlord is alleging that you've broken the lease in some way, you're gonna wanna start to get evidence that addresses that issue. Text messages, emails, witnesses, anything that will come to your defense if the case goes before the judge. Well, a few different things could happen. First of all, especially if it's your first court date, you could request a continuance. That's a postponement of your hearing date. You could do that if you need more time to prepare, if you want to try and get a lawyer, if you need an interpreter. Those are all good reasons to request a continuance of your hearing date. Now, you want to keep in mind the attorney for the other side or your landlord, if they don't have an attorney, might not agree with that continuance, but even if they don't agree, you can ask the judge.
Case 13, ending in 5233. John Smith.
What are you seeking today?
We're requesting a continuance to May 8th at 8:45 a.m. pending possible resolution of this matter.
Are you in agreement?
Yes.
Continuance granted to May 8th at 8:45 a.m.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Another option when you get to court, you could have a hearing with the judge. That's why it's so important that you collect evidence in advance of the court date, because if your case does go to the judge, you're gonna have an opportunity to present that evidence to the judge, and then the judge will make a decision about whether you win or lose your case. If you lose your case, you'll have to appeal within 10 days in order to have a new hearing at the next level, the Court of Common Pleas. And then the last option you have at court is what's called a judgment by agreement. That's a court agreement that you come to with your landlord, and it's really important that you only come to an agreement that you agree to and can keep to, because if you are a day late or a dollar short on these agreements moving forward, your landlord can proceed with the eviction against you. And again, these agreements can look different depending on the issues in your case and what you and your landlord agree upon. It can be a repayment agreement to stay in the property. It can be an agreement to leave in a given number of days, months, weeks, what have you. And the agreement can also address other lease issues that you and your landlord decide on. They absolutely will care if you're late. In fact, if you're not there and your name is called, your landlord's gonna automatically win the case against you. So it's really important that you're there on time. And if you're looking for more information about what happens in court, what to expect, and what your rights are as a tenant, you can go to www.phillytenant.org.